Today I'm going to show you 5 different text animations you can create yourself in Final Cut Pro. No need to jump into Apple Motion, no need to pay for third-party plugins. We're just going to be using like the basic tools that come native to Final Cut, like compound clips, transitions, keyframes, and more. If you refuse to learn Apple Motion and you don't want to spend money on templates for Final Cut Pro, this is the video for you. Let's dive right in. All right, let's first start with the bar reveal. I've got a connected basic title here. Let's change up our text in the inspector. I'm going to scale this up. And for all of these tutorials, I'm going to head up to the top of the viewer and enable the horizon. This gives me guides on the horizontal and vertical planes of my frame so I can get my alignments right. I'm going to change the baseline so that my text is centered on that horizon line. Let's head down to face. And I'm going to color pick from my video frame. This is how I usually like to apply text over video. I know that's a subtle change, but it's definitely something. And then I'm going to open my transition browser and head down to wipes. And I'm going to look for the center wipe, and I'm going to double click it to apply it to both ends of my title. On the open transition, I'm going to extend this to a full second long. And then in my inspector window, I'm going to change the angle to 60 degrees. Let's twirl down on edge treatment and change the edge type from feather to solid color. Let's change the color to the same color as our text. And now we're going to keyframe the width of our border. So I'm going to cue up my playhead to the very beginning of the transition, and I'm going to add a keyframe and change the border width to 4. Then in my timeline, I'm going to hold down the shift key and arrow over once to jump 10 frames, and then release the shift key and arrow over 2 more frames. And now we're going to change this border value to 0, which adds another keyframe right there. So that's our in. Now let's jump to our out transition. On the angle, let's change this one to 90 degrees. On the edge treatment, again, let's change it to solid color. I'm going to move my playhead so I can color pick right from the text. And on the border, we're not going to keyframe this one. Let's just set it to 1. So there is our bar reveal animation. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is our outline reveal. I've once again got a basic title here. Let me set up my text. And on this one, instead of being right on the baseline, because of the composition of this shot, I'm going to change the position to be a little bit higher in the frame over the water. All right, now I'm going to disable the face and enable the outline. Let's reveal the outline, and I'm going to change the color from the default red to something kind of more in this orange sand. And then I'm gonna brighten it up so it really pops off that blue ocean. All right, down in my timeline, I'm going to duplicate this text. And on this version, I'm going to disable the outline and enable the glow. On the color of the glow, I'm going to change it from the default yellow. Let's pick something kind of blue from the ocean here, and let's brighten it up nice and bright. And I am going to increase the blur on that as well. All right, let's down in our timeline, duplicate that text one more time. This time, I'm going to disable the glow and enable the face. I'm gonna leave the face white as it is. All right, now I'm going to, in my timeline, disable these top 2 titles so we can focus on the outline version here. I'm going to add a cross dissolve to the end of this, and I want it to be 12 frames long. And if you saw my last video, you know that with the cross dissolves in the inspector, you can really change the look of them. I'm going to change this to warm. Now I'm going to tighten up the length of this outline text, and I'm going to add a cross dissolve again to the end. And this time I'm going to switch the look to subtractive. That's going to give our outline a nice fade when it dissolves out. All right, let's enable the next title, which is the glow. On this one, again, I'm gonna add a cross dissolve. I'm gonna make this one only 9 frames long. And on this one, I'm going to change the look to dull. And then I'm gonna shorten up this title significantly, add another cross dissolve, make this one 9 frames again, but I'm gonna leave the look to be video, and I'm gonna drag this title underneath my original title in my timeline. And now let's draw our attention to our final title. This is the one with the full white face. And I'm just going to add a 12-second cross dissolve to this one. And I'm gonna leave that on video as well. And now what I'm going to do is play with the timing of my titles. So I want the outline to fade out exactly when the full face fades in. And then I want my glow to kind of stagger the line here between those 2 dissolves. There is your outline reveal. Moving on to our reflection effect. Once again, I've got a basic title here. Let's change our text. And on this one, I want my text centered in the frame. And at the beginning, we're going to add a push transition, which you can find under the movements category in your transitions browser. And this push, we are going to change from top to bottom. Now you can see it's affecting our video underneath it. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Now I'm going to take this entire connected storyline, hold down the Option key, click and drag to duplicate. I'm gonna head over to the distortion effects, and we're going to apply the flipped effect. In the video inspector, we're gonna switch it from horizontal to vertical, and then we're going to play with the position so that it's just barely touching our original text. And then on this push transition, we're gonna swap this one from bottom to top. Now to eliminate this weird movement that our transition is doing to the video underneath, I'm gonna select each of these titles and hit Option G to make them their own compound clips. Once we do this, you will not get that effect on the video. It just affects the text. All right, next up, we are going to select this top text. This is our reflection here, and I'm going to head down to masks and keying, and we're going to apply a graduated mask. And then I'm gonna play with these on-screen controls just to see part of my letters. Do you see that? And then one other thing that I think is really gonna help sell this look and make it pop more over this video is another trick from my last video, 20 more things you didn't know Final Cut could do. I'm going to drop a gradient from the textures category in the generator sidebar, and I'm going to make the bottom black and make the top pure white. And then in the video inspector, we're gonna switch the blend mode to multiply. And then I'm just gonna dial down the opacity of this a hair. And so that gives us a little bit of a darkening at the bottom of our frame so our text really stands out. All right, before I move on to the next one, if you guys like this video, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell. Next up is our rack focus look. Once again, I'm gonna center this text right on the baseline there. And I'm going to change the color of this text to kind of match this pretty seafoam green at the top of this building, and I'm gonna brighten it up so it really pops. Now I'm going to select that text in my timeline and hit Command T to add cross dissolves to both sides of it. And now I'm gonna grab a blur effect and drop it on my text. All right, now let me move my playhead a little bit further down in my timeline past my cross dissolve, and I'm going to make a keyframe on the amount line of my blur. Now I'm gonna jump 10 frames in my timeline, and I'm going to make a blade cut on that video. And then I'm gonna select that cut point and add a cross dissolve. Then I'm gonna cue my playhead just past that cross dissolve, select the text again, and I'm going to dial down the amount to 0 on the blur. And then I'm going to run my playhead a little bit further down the title. I'm gonna add another keyframe on the amount line as a hold keyframe. I'm gonna jump 10 frames, blade cut that video again, and once again add a cross dissolve. And then I'm gonna run my playhead down a little bit past that cross dissolve, back on the title. Let's set that amount back up to 50. So now our text comes into focus and then goes out of focus and fades out. Now we're gonna select that middle part of the video clip, and under the effects browser, we're gonna add that same blur to the video. And there is your rack focus text. All right, guys, one more to go. This one's a few more steps. I've got my basic title here, and I'm gonna type in my first word I want for this animation. Let's get our formatting right. Because this word is longer than the second, I'm going to make it a lighter weight. Let me play with the baseline. And now I'm gonna keyframe the movement on this text. So I'm gonna cue up my playhead to the beginning, select it, head on over to the video inspector. This is where we can keyframe the position. I'm going to add a keyframe on the position line, and I'm going to move on the X value until the E is on this side of my horizon line. Then I'm going to jump 15 frames in my timeline, and I'm going to change the X value, creating another keyframe. So now the G is just to the left of the vertical guide. All right, now I want to duplicate that clip and create my second word. This one I'm going to make a heavier weight, and I'm going to change the color to white. Now we're going to play with our keyframes on this one. I'm going to expand my video animation and head over to the video inspector. And on this one, I'm gonna play with the X value again, and I'm going to make the edge of the S touch my horizon line, just so. Then I'm going to jump to my next keyframe, and I'm going to reposition. So the T is now on the side of my vertical guide. Let's play this back. And I know it's off center and it looks messy. That's okay, we got a few more steps to go. I'm going to make each one of these a compound clip by selecting them and hitting Option G, and this one as well. And now we're gonna cue up our playheads to the beginning. I'm gonna enable the crop tools. I'm gonna select my first title and I'm going to crop from the right in my viewer. And then I'm going to grab my second title, and this time I'm going to crop from the left to the center. So that's our look so far. Now we want to be able to center all this up, so I'm going to grab both of those compound clips and make one more compound clip. And now with my transform tools, I can recenter this text. You guys, which one of these looks was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. I love hearing from you. Here's some other videos I picked out for you. Thanks to everyone who watches all the way to the end. I'll see you again.